Naoya Inoue walked into the ring with the kind of confidence only a multi-division world champion can carry. Across from him stood Fulton, undefeated at super bantamweight, a man known for slick movement, sharp defense, and tactical discipline. The arena was crackling with tension, fans sensing that this matchup was more than just a title fight. It was a collision of elite styles, the explosive power and perfect precision of Inoue against the smooth, calculated boxing brain of Fulton. From the opening bell, Inoue wasted no time establishing his intentions. He stepped forward behind a tight guard, inching inside with small, patient movements. Fulton flicked out a probing jab, trying to read the timing, trying to see how fast the monster truly was. But Inoue's footwork immediately told the story. He wasn't just fast, he was efficient. Every step had purpose, every angle quickly shutting down Fulton's space. The American circled, using his reach and composure to stay calm, but the pressure from Inoue was noticeable. He feinted low, jabbed high, and never let Fulton have a moment to reset. The first minute showcased the dynamic perfectly. Fulton's jab snapped out clean, but Inoue's counters were waiting like traps. For every jab Fulton landed, Inoue replied with a sharper, heavier shot to the body or a quick hook upstairs. The crowd reacted every time Inoue's punches cracked through the guard, and Fulton, though composed, could feel the power. You could see him rethinking exchanges almost instantly. Inoue's timing was simply different. Midway through the round, Inoue began digging into Fulton's ribs with thudding hooks that forced Fulton to retreat. It wasn't panic, but it was respect. Fulton had to adjust, and he did, sliding left, stepping out, and firing straight 1-2s to create space. But Inoue's pressure stalked him relentlessly, cutting the ring without wasting energy. It was clear that Inoue had studied Fulton deeply. He knew when the jab was coming, he knew when Fulton would try to clinch, and he knew exactly how to counter those tendencies. As the second round began, Inoue's tempo increased. He launched combinations with frightening accuracy. Sharp jabs, quick crosses, and lightning-fast hooks that sliced through openings before Fulton could react. Fulton attempted to slow the rhythm by keeping his jab active, but Inoue timed it perfectly. One clean counter right hand in the middle of the round snapped Fulton's head back, drawing a roar from the crowd. Fulton stayed composed, but the impact was undeniable. Inoue's punches were landing with a different kind of authority. Still, Fulton remained brave, stepping forward at times, trying to show he wasn't intimidated. He landed a couple solid jabs and a neat right hand that backed Inoue up for a moment. But the monster absorbed it without blinking. His answer was brutal, a sharp left hook to the body followed by a lightning jab that split Fulton's guard down the center. Fulton nodded, acknowledging the shot, but he also tightened his defense, realizing that every mistake against Inoue could be the fight-ending one. Entering the third round, Inoue sensed the shift. He knew Fulton was beginning to feel the pressure, so he dialed up the body work, something he's become notorious for. With surgical accuracy, he targeted the ribs and solar plexus, each punch digging deep and reducing Fulton's mobility. Fulton tried circling out, but Inoue cut the ring off with flawless footwork, stepping outside the lead foot and firing a quick 2-3 that forced Fulton to cover up. The punch selection, the feints, the timing, it all blended into a rhythm that only Inoue understands. Halfway through the fight, Fulton's strategy turned into survival mode. He still fought bravely, still used his jab, still tried to establish distance, but the power difference was showing. Inoue's eyes locked onto him with predator-like focus. He walked Fulton into traps, slipping shots by millimeters and countering instantly with explosive bursts. Fulton's corner urged him to stay active, to move his feet, but Inoue had found the range he wanted. Every time Fulton tried to step out, Inoue forced him to reset. Every time Fulton tried to pivot, Inoue met him with a stiff jab or a sweeping hook. The fight's turning point came late in the fifth round. Inoue unleashed a ruthless combination. Jab, right hand, left hook to the body, right uppercut, that forced Fulton onto the ropes. The crowd erupted as Fulton tried to fire back, but Inoue wasn't letting him escape. He stepped aside and ripped a monstrous right hand over the top that staggered Fulton noticeably. Fulton grabbed, trying to hold and recover, but Inoue pushed him off with a short shoulder movement, eyes locked in, smelling blood. Fulton survived the round, but the damage was there. His legs were slightly unsteady, his breathing heavier, and Inoue knew the finish was getting close. The monster didn't rush recklessly. Instead, he entered the next round calm, controlled, and calculating. He began with sharp jabs again, breaking through Fulton's guard with speed the eye could barely track. Every jab set up something bigger. Hooks to the body, straight rights upstairs, looping lefts catching Fulton on the temple. Then, in a moment that defined the match, Inoue feinted low, drew Fulton's guard down, and launched a devastating right hand straight through the center. The punch landed flush. Fulton froze for a split second, and Inoue followed instantly with a crushing left hook. The combination detonated like a bomb. Fulton collapsed backward, legs giving way beneath him as the crowd exploded. The referee rushed in and began the count, but the damage was too severe. Fulton tried to rise, but his balance was gone. The ref waved it off.